Howdy folks, and welcome back to World of Tanks with the mighty Jingles. Today we have a subscriber spotlight. This is KingYoshiLuca, and he is going to be driving the BatChat for us, the French tier 10 medium tank. I've actually had the privilege of running into Yoshi in a random battle. Luckily, he was on my team. It was a tier 9 or 10 game on El Haluf. I was in my Centurion 7-1, he was in his M103. We were the last two left alive on our team, attacking the enemy base. And against 4 enemy tanks, work together to bait and switch on them and take them down and win the match. He's a very, very good player. I'm just glad he was on my side. 2 BatChat replays for you. This first one is all about the scouting. Oh, but Jingles, the BatChat isn't a scout. Well, no, it's not. But scouting is a role, not a class. Anybody can scout. I've been on Muravanka in this position in an AT-15 tank destroyer and had to go into the forest and scout for all the tier 9s camping behind me. Scouting is something that you do, it's not something that you drive. And scouting is something that Yoshi is very, very good at. Not sure what's going on with the chat, by the way. Everything seems to be repeating itself twice. It's a replay bug. Don't worry about it. And he spotted his first victim. It's a Death Star. And just look at this lot. Opening up on this poor guy. Now, he loses sight of him, but everybody continues to pour fire into his last known position, and oh look, he's dead. And then he spots a tortoise. Well, I'm not entirely sure if he spots him or the tank on his left flank is the one who spots him, but either way. Moves up very, very slowly, and oh dear, he's found another one. How quickly did that Waffenträger die? You'll notice Yoshi hasn't actually fired a shot himself yet. Oh, another big nasty tank destroyer, and he still hasn't been detected. Using the bushes intelligently. M103 over there on the flank. Look at this fire coming in. He moves forward, he spots them, he requests fire at them, and the team are only too happy to oblige. That is, of course, the thing about scouting. You can light up any number of tanks, but if your team don't want to shoot them, you're wasting your time. He moves up again. Oh, now he's been spotted, so now he takes the shot. That's the first shot he's fired this entire match. And now he puts this thing into gear and he gets the hell out of the forest. Takes a hit. Still got 4 shots left. Oh, IS-8 behind him. Well, 4 shots left. May as well use them. IS-8 spotted him, but far too late to do anything about it. And he goes for the reload. And the IS-8 had an E75 with him, who's just about to get completely overwhelmed by everybody else who isn't still camping down at the southern end of the forest and has actually moved through to take advantage of the opening that Yoshi created. Still reloading, starts jockeying for position, moves forward, spots the E100. E100 focusing on the enemy tanks, or friendly tanks from Yoshi's perspective, who are pushing north through the forest. Oh dear, he's seen Yoshi now. Well, Yoshi's already taken the hit, so he goes up after the E100, but the E100 backs off behind the building. Instead, target of opportunity, let's nail this IS-3. And, wow. Artillery punched his ticket for him. 3 shots remaining. Reload, or no, use them. Type 61. 1 shot, 2 shots, and good night, sweet prince. E100 getting hammered. Well, look at the scores. 13-4. Yoshi's scouting accounted for the deaths of almost half the enemy team. He's done 2,300 damage of his own, which is respectable, but it's nothing spectacular. But the spotting damage that he did in this match is absolutely phenomenal. How much do you think he did? 5,000? 7,000? 10,000. Prepare to be amazed. Well, unsurprisingly, he got the Patrol Duty medal, or as I like to call it, the Scout did well and the team didn't suck medal. Nearly 4,000 experience doubled, and he earned 108,000 credits. He only did 2,300 damage. So where the hell did all that money come from? Well, that'll be the 11,264 spotting damage that he did, and the nearly 600 tracking damage that he did as well. You don't have to be in a scout tank to be a scout, you just have to know what you're doing, and have a team that doesn't suck. So, that's the BatChat driven as a scout, and despite not having the advantages that a light tank has, light tanks keep their camo bonus while they're moving. But the BatChat, in the hands of a competent driver, can be a deadly scout as well. It does have a very good camo rating. You saw how close he got to the Jagdtiger in the forest and detected him, without the Jagdtiger detecting him in return. Of course, if he'd fired the gun at the Jagdtiger at that close range, all bets would have been off. He would definitely have been spotted, but he had the sense not to do it. And it does take a lot of self-discipline when you're that close to a big scary Jagdtiger to not pull the trigger. But that's the BatChat as a scout. How about the BatChat and the role that it was intended to perform, as an absolutely terrifying, fast, medium tank? First victim, AMX 5100. Spots him, pulls back from the bush, so the bush will give him some camo when he fires through it. Doesn't work completely, the bush loses all but 30% of its camo rating when you fire through it, but it's good enough to allow him to put 4 shots downrange into the AMX 5100 before the AMX 5100 can stop, bring his gun to bear, and return fire. One of his shots missed, allowed the AMX 5100 to get 1 return shot off, but 4 out of the 5 shots is all that he needed. Now he's reloading. 37-second reload in this BatChat. It's unusual to see BatChat drivers being so aggressive at the start of a game. Well, that's not true. It's unusual to see BatChat drivers being so aggressive at the start of the game and living to tell the tale. Still trying to work that bush and spot targets as they come around. Even though he's not loaded, he's still trying to do something useful. And reloaded. Nails the AMX. Centurion pops out. Decides to trade a bit of health with the Centurion. He's definitely going to win this one. Bang. He's killed him. 2 shots remaining. Looks like... is that a 112 over there? Yes, it is. Oh well, here we go. Bang. Blows his tracks off. Keeps him in place. And finishes him off with the second shot. 5 shots fired. 3 tanks killed. So, shots fired, rounds complete, he's looking at the reload, he's looking at the map, he's already assessing where he's going to go and where he's going to pop up next when his gun's reloaded. Heading round this flank. Oh, it just doesn't seem to be a good day to be driving AMX 5100s, does it? Waffenträger E100 caught him in open ground between 2 spots of cover, unloaded into him, and then had a couple of shots left to put the Type 59 on such low health that the Tiger II up front was able to finish him off too. Yoshi's going for the Tiger II. Bit of a ballsy move. Again, he's basically making the decision to trade health with this guy. He's not going to make it easy for him. And the T110E5 comes around to back him up, so he managed to get a couple of good shots into that guy without taking any damage whatsoever. But the enemy Waffenträger E100 is also paying attention to what's going on. He's seen Yoshi driving around the flank, killing the Tiger II, and he's waiting for him. He manages to avoid the shot from the Rheinmetall Ballsig and immediately uses that repair kit. Only takes 1 hit from the Waffenträger. But the Pershing and the IS-6 on the team, again, taking advantage of the spotting that Yoshi is doing here, forcing those 2 tank destroyers to back off. Moving up cautiously now, and then a 110 pops out of the river valley and plants one into him. Yoshi is almost reloaded, goes to return fire. T110E5 drives in front of him, takes the hit. I don't think Yoshi actually did any damage to him. The 110 very foolishly pops up again. Yoshi is now reloaded, and there's his 4th kill. Then a T110E5 pops up from the same place, and he's now got that dead 110 to use as cover. Yoshi no longer has enough health remaining to start trading shots with other tanks. Instead, he's got to start playing things a little less aggressively and a little smarter. Now, the team's being capped, but a quick glance at the map shows that there's only 1 tier 8 tank in the cap circle, although he does have a bit of backup that's not that far away, but there's plenty of other players on the team who are rushing back. to deal with the cap. So heading back to reset the cap is important, but it's not a massive issue at the moment. He's in a BatChat. If he has to go back, he is entirely fast enough to do it. Instead, he's coming around to help this IS-6 out with the T110E5. He's reloaded, he's got a full magazine. And yeah, he's got this guy. and there's his 5th kill. Goes for the reload. You always want to have a full magazine when you're driving the BatChat. There are a lot of tanks in the game that you can kill with a full clip, but there are very, very few tanks in the game that you can kill without a full clip. Then he spots the enemy T-54E1, who thinks about shooting at him, but then decides, no, screw that. There's an IS-6 back there that I can shoot up instead, as well as a Pershing and a T110E5. Yoshi, not yet loaded, gets any closer, he's not going to have the gun elevation to shoot up at the T-54E1 anyway. Instead, he's going to go and unload a full magazine on this nice, fat, juicy T-57 Heavy. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, and oh well, no Top Gun for Yoshi. Yeah, he's just going to have to settle for 102,963 credits and 1,842 XP earned from the 7,732 damage and 5 kills that he managed in that match. Oh, and 1,000 spotting and tracking damage as well. I'm sure that somehow he'll find a way to live with the disappointment. So that was KingYoshiLuca showing us how to BatChat. As always folks, take care on that battlefield, and I'll catch you next time.